Andrew Neil doesn't hold back, and when he sat down with Keir Starmer, the Labour leader faced the kind of scrutiny only Neil can deliver. It wasn't just another interview, it was a trial by fire. With sharp questions and a relentless tone, Neil put Starmer's leadership, policies, and vision for Britain on full display. The central question? Does Keir Starmer even have a plan? From the outset, Neil set the stage for what would become one of Starmer's most challenging interviews yet. Starmer opened with the usual assurances, promises of a fairer Britain, revitalized public services, and an economy that works for everyone. But Neil wasn't interested in polished rhetoric. He cut through the platitudes with precision, asking for specifics that Starmer seemed hesitant to provide. The exchange reached its boiling point when Neil pressed Starmer on the Labour Party's economic policies. "You've promised investment in public services, but where's the money coming from?" Neil asked. Starmer, clearly prepared for this line of questioning, spoke about closing tax loopholes and ensuring corporations pay their fair share. But Neil wasn't satisfied. He pushed further, questioning whether these measures would be enough to cover the sweeping reforms Starmer has promised. This wasn't just a clash of facts and figures, it was a battle for credibility. Neil's questions revealed a potential gap in Starmer's strategy, a lack of clarity that critics have long pointed out. While Starmer's policies sound ambitious, Neil argued that without a detailed roadmap, they risk being seen as empty promises. The conversation then shifted to the NHS, a cornerstone of Labour's platform. Starmer reaffirmed his commitment to fixing the health service, pledging to tackle wait times and invest in frontline staff. But Neil, as expected, wasn't buying the surface-level solutions. "Every leader says they'll fix the NHS," Neil countered. "What makes your plan different?" Starmer attempted to highlight Labour's unique approach, focusing on reversing privatization trends and increasing funding. Yet Neil pointed out the elephant in the room, years of mismanagement and systemic issues that no leader has been able to fully address. His pointed question, "How can voters trust Labour to succeed where others have failed?" left Starmer in a tight spot, forced to defend his party's ability to deliver meaningful change. The final moments of the interview were perhaps the most revealing. Neil turned his focus to leadership itself, asking whether Starmer has what it takes to inspire confidence in a deeply divided nation. "Your critics say you're too cautious, too focused on avoiding mistakes rather than taking bold steps. What do you say to that?" Neil's words hung in the air, cutting to the heart of the debate surrounding Starmer's leadership style. Starmer's response was measured. He spoke about the importance of rebuilding trust after years of political turmoil and his belief in steady, deliberate progress. But for many viewers, the question remained, is this approach enough to galvanize a country facing unprecedented challenges? As the interview concluded, it was clear that Neil had accomplished what few interviewers can, forcing Starmer to confront the weaknesses in his leadership head-on. For the public, it was a moment of reckoning, raising crucial questions about whether the Labour Party is ready to lead Britain into its next chapter. This interview has sparked widespread discussion, with some praising Starmer's composure under pressure and others questioning whether his answers were convincing enough. One thing is certain, Andrew Neil's grilling has put a spotlight on the Labour leader like never before. What do you think about Keir Starmer's performance? Does he have a plan, or is Andrew Neil right to call him out? Join the conversation, share your thoughts, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. These are the debates that shape the future, and your voice matters.